All right, Jeremy. So this week it'll be just like taking candy from a baby, because we practically will be taking it from a baby because it's a young teenager.
We've done that before.
Yes, we have. Wait, when did we do that? We did one with a baby.
Yeah, we stole
Was the podcast? The podcast was a baby.
He was in the stroller with the baby.
Wait, we've done two where the podcast was a baby. The
Yep.
other one was the Mayhem Diaries.
Yes.
But anyway, so this Ainsley girl, she's got a podcast called Bacon, and we're gonna take it. I love bacon. I can't wait.
Bacon's pretty good.
Bacon is pretty good.
I don't know. It's kind of overrated.
So anyway, all I did was send her a message on Messenger Kids.
Oh, no.
And told her to go to this ice cream shop.
Oh, God.
And now that means that she's not at her house where her podcast is.
Now you're on Vitali's watch list.
I don't know who that is.
Chris Hansen.
Oh, the child. No. Well, yeah, I guess that they also would be at the ice cream shop, though. And I used your Messenger Kids anyway to do it. So
You use Spanky Pants 420?
yeah, I did. So shut up. I gotta pick the lock now. There we go. All right, Jeremy. Should be upstairs. Look at all these family photos.
Such a happy family.
Jeremy, where'd you get that beer?
It was in the fridge.
Wait, you got to the fridge already? Oh, this room. Looks like this room hasn't been lived in a while. Huh. Oh, that podcast was like 4 years ago. She's probably not a teenager anymore. She's probably an adult person.
Mike, I found something over here.
Jeremy, you just found... How old is that weed?
It's so stale.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the smoke is purple.
I'm going to lie down, Mike, right here.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can find her podcast in these drawers. Oh, God, Jeremy. I have good news and I have bad news.
What's the good news?
The good news is I have found the podcast.
Oh, fantastic.
The bad news is that Rottweiler that it's looking at is also looks like they like bacon too. Jeremy is growling. He looks really...
I'm going to scratch him under his chin.
Jeremy!
It was burning.
I'm shutting out the window!
Michael, help me.
Start talking about whatever they want. They're looking for some skill and treasure to hunt. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast. They like to get crazy, talk a lot of trash. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast.
Welcome to Michael and Jeremy's Studio Podcast.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Jeremy.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How's your hands? Does that answer your question? That's okay. So we acquired this podcast, Bacon. I'm so excited. I've actually whipped up a whole bunch of bacon here for us to enjoy.
It's delicious. Mike, let me have a slice.
Yes. Well, we'll wait until we get... once we start talking about bacon, then we'll start eating the bacon. Okay? All right, so a podcast called Bacon by a person named Ainsley. Recorded one single episode, it looks like, back in, 2020. And, yeah, so really excited. I should probably read the description
Yeah,
on this
what's
thing.
it about?
Oh, this is weird. It's called Bacon. It says it's a podcast about dinosaurs.
I love dinosaurs.
Okay. We've always wanted to steal a dinosaur podcast. I've actually I've tried to get in contact with a couple of them over the last couple of years.
That's a couple thousand years.
Millions.
No, come on.
Hundreds of millions of years.
Mike, everyone knows that the world is only 6,000 years old.
Impossible.
Everybody knows that.
I have porno magazines that are older than that.
Stick figures fucking on a wall.
They're collectibles. Anyway. So, Jeremy. All right, I guess we're going to pivot. I guess I'll just throw this bacon away in the trash. We don't need that for today. Give it to the show dog.
They probably made bacon back then.
Can you baconize other things besides? Well, there's turkey bacon.
There's turkey bacon.
Yeah, so if there's turkey bacon, then the world is our oysters. There's gotta be
oyster
dinosaurs.
bacon.
Oyster bacon? Oyster bacon? Oh, God, that's the worst bacon. Hey, you want some fish bacon? Got some lobster bacon. But dinosaur bacon. I mean, Fred Flintstone ate dinosaur bacon. We saw it all the time.
Big old thick pieces of it.
Yeah, big old chunky slabs of dinosaur bacon.
Were there like teeth made out of diamonds in that show?
Teeth made out of diamonds.
They would like crunch rocks sometimes by accident.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they didn't have fragile teeth like in later cartoons.
Well, the very well, yeah.
Where they bite and then all their teeth fall apart.
Yeah,
You know?
with piano sounds.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but they just chewed through that bacon. So, all right. So, Jeremy, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Pterodrone.
Pterodrone.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that a thing?
Yep.
Sure is.
It's a four-winged pterodactyl. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like an X is like where George
like an
Lucas,
X-Man, yes.
where George Lucas got the idea of the X-wing.
Oh, okay.
You could put the wings together so it's just two.
Yeah.
But when it's really in action, it'll
Right.
use all four.
Yes. Indeed. Mine's the Tromphledon.
The Tromphledon?
The Tromphledon.
God, that was my second.
Was it?
We're right.
My favorite dinosaur is Trogdor.
The Burninator.
That's right. Burninating the countryside.
Burninating all the peoples.
So, all right, Jeremy, let's listen to this podcast and see what she talks about dinosaurs. And it's only 3.5 minutes.
You want to play her podcast on our podcast?
Just briefly.
Let's do it. I want to hear it.
And welcome to History's Eyes, the one and only podcast station that has a negative star rating. My name's Ainsley, and today, folks, we'll be talking about Rome's unique architecture.
What?
Romans were very skilled builders and inventors.
What?
They had their very own style.
I thought you said it was about dinosaurs.
Romans architecture? What?
I thought you said it was about dinosaurs.
That's what it says. It's bacon. It's even got a picture of 2 bacon emojis.
Well,
and then it says a podcast about dinosaurs.
She sounds really young. Maybe she's just calling ancient Romans dinosaurs.
Oh, God, let me scrub through this thing. All right. So by the end of the episode, she says that next week she's going to be covering ancient food. But she never did, Jeremy.
Well, how do you know? That's just the description.
No, the description is a podcast about dinosaurs.
Oh, for the whole podcast, right.
Yeah. And then there's no description for the episode. It actually continues to say in the episode a podcast about dinosaurs. And then she proceeds to talk about Roman architecture. This woman's all over the place.
I think her name is Bacon.
You know, it's Ainsley.
Ainsley Bacon.
Majizzies. Listen, Majizzy fans, we still haven't. It's 2 years and we still don't know if this. We're going to keep that. I think we got to have something after Majizzy, right?
Majizzinites.
Majizzy. Michael and Jeremy steal your ites?
Knights.
Majizzy nights?
Majizzinites.
Majizzy peeps, listen. So,
because Majizzy
we,
is just
all
Michael
of
and
you,
Jeremy steal your
all of you,
jizzies.
when you're done listening to this episode today, you're going to look up a podcast and it's called Bacon by Ainsley. And it's a white background. It looks like several number 2 pencils lined up together to form the background with a red bacon on it. And there's one episode, and the episode itself is also called Bacon. So it's Bacon, episode 1, Bacon, a podcast about dinosaurs, and she's talking about Roman infrastructure. So I need everyone to take 5 minutes out of your day and go to this podcast and just start listening to it, 5-starring it. I want this thing loaded with stars for no reason. And then I want this person on our show. I want this person to be confused as to why their podcast is blowing up for no reason that they posted 4 years ago, and then do some research and find out that we stole it, and then she or they, I don't know, we haven't met her yet, comes on the show, and we talk to her about why she started this podcast. Is that fair?
I posted the link into the Discord if anyone wants to go check out the Bacon podcast.
Perfect. Majizzy Nights.
I like Majizzies.
Majizzies is very good. Anyway. All right, Jeremy, so we're pivoting. We, for a third time, we're going to pivot. I don't want to talk about Roman infrastructure, but she did say at the end of her episode that her next episode would be about ancient food, and I think it's us that's going to be doing that episode.
Mike, we're indulging in ancient food right now.
One of the most ancient liquid beer. Delicious.
Do you think people really lived off beer? You heard that?
Oh, that the actual calories were enough to sustain somebody?
Right.
I don't know. Beer does make people fat.
I guess the caloric intake can keep you going, and then just nuts and berries.
Yeah, some nuts and berries.
A little bit of meat.
Eat a squirrel.
Maybe a rivaling tribes member's child.
Some bacon.
Do you think it was smarter to turn the enemy's children into food or little soldiers?
Probably turn them into food gatherers, because then you're not eating the child, but the child is providing you with food.
Yeah, but then they get older.
Their nimble hands can get around those thorn bushes.
Then they get older and they have a vendetta.
No, because to them it's just normal, right? And then they'll put their children to work.
I guess we're part of the Majizzi tribe now.
I don't know anything about ancient food. The oldest food that I know anything about is during one of my anniversaries. We went to Williamsburg, and I got a Williamsburg cookbook from like their old taverns from the 17 and 1600s.
Okay.
Probably 1700s. 16, I don't know, old recipes.
Did it have blood in it?
A lot of potatoes.
Blood one of the recipes?
There was blood sausage in there.
I think they used blood in a lot of stuff back then.
Sacrifices and puddings.
I just looked up some ancient foods. Black soup. It's made with blood.
Oh, it's like coagulated blood, which makes it black.
It's made with boiled pork meat and blood.
Ew.
Flavored with salt and vinegar. I love salt and vinegar chips.
Do you like salt and vinegar blood?
Just a little bit of iron.
That's gross. Oh, so we have some leftover blood. I wasn't in the mood for a sacrifice, but since we have it, we might as well, right? Now you're right. Let's just make some puddings.
I don't know. Let the blood rise a little bit, and we'll stuff it into something else.
Let it set. Yes. Let it set.
Let the blood flash off, and then we'll pour it into intestines.
What I like to do is let the blood dry out for a couple days, and then it turns into this floppy blob, and then I just
like Jell-O.
That's how Jell-O was invented. It's an ancient recipe until they invented glycerin.
Glycerin.
That's exactly what that song is about. Glycerine.
Don't let those days.
Oh, glycerine! Oh, glycerine!
The guy's so handsome. Lead singer from Bush.
He sounds so dumb.
He's British.
Is he?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, Governor.
I'd like to sing you a song about glycerine.
Oh, I had a wonderful dream on LSD last night about glycerine. I think it's glycerin. No, it's glycerine. That's the only way the words work in my song.
Nothing rhymes with glycerine. Oh, shit. I think noodles are old.
Noodles? How old are noodles, do you think?
It's pretty old, I bet.
Let's pick an area, right? Let's pick a culture.
Kazakhstan.
Sure. Is that your final offer? Kazakhstan food, ancient food.
Huh. Beshbarmak.
Ooh, tell me more.
It's a soup, Mike.
A spoop? I love spoops.
Yeah, they really like their soup.
We are going into fall, Jeremy. It's soup season.
The name of the soup translates to 5 fingers.
It's a 5, so instead of a 5-penis wine, it's a 5-finger soup?
Yep. It's made with lamb, beef, or horse meat.
What part of the bodies?
The organs.
Oh, no. It's like, oh, God, it's a 5-penis soup is what it is.
Horse cock soup.
I've heard of this, sorpa. It's literally translated as a broth.
Soup.
Soup! Okay, so we picked a soup culture.
I think they all just did soup.
These Kazakhstanese are really into soups.
Is that how they're Kazakhstanese?
Kazakhstanese.
That's what we should call our listeners.
No.
Kazakhstanese.
God bless you.
Ew, gross, Mike.
Which one?
Chai. Ew.
What's that?
Or chaw. Ew, dude. A fermented camel milk beverage that's sparkling
I'm glad you said beverage.
and produced with yeasts.
It's sparkling.
It's fermented sparkling camel milk.
It's like a soda.
It's camel milk soda. Yeah, hand me a can of that fermented camel pop.
Oh, it's so frothy. Oh, no.
Like, hey, can I get a Coke?
Oh, it's so vinegary.
They give you camel milk.
Oh, God. All right, Jeremy.
It also has blood in it. Beshpermak.
Beshpermak.
It sounds like a bad guy on Space Ghost.
Querydac.
Whoa, Mike.
Querydac.
I'm not trying to get on the bad side of the LGBTQ community. Mike.
Nope, it's spelled differently. This is called Querydac. It's translated to frying, so it's fried, Jeremy.
Fried what?
It's so named because of its cooking method, not the food that it's made out of. Fascinating. Oh, God. Well, I guess technically French fries would be the equivalent, right? We're not saying French fried potatoes anymore. We're just saying French fries. And it's kind of just named after the method that it was cooked. It was fried in the French style. Querydac, translated as frying. It's a national Kazakh roast, Jeremy, which is prepared from meat and a fall. I don't know what that word means, but apparently a fall is such as kidneys, heart, liver, as well as onions, abundant greens, and potatoes. I feel like it's like, I'm going to make a roast. So we're going to have some beans, some onions, some liver and kidneys and hearts.
Ew, it says they use lungs, too.
And then whatever else from the inside of the animal that we weren't using during our normal sacrifice days.
Gross.
Which one?
They use lungs, Mike.
Well, if you think about it, Jeremy, lungs are probably a delicacy. They're delicious when cooked properly. It's fun for the children. They inflate the lungs and play jokes on their grandparents.
I could see it being the original whoopee
Well,
cushion.
yes. Why do you have? How else do you think we're gonna get whoopee cushions? By having fun with animals' lungs, right?
Right.
What happens if you blow up an animal's lungs, but then the noise that it makes is the scream of the animal? and then one day the kid sits down and says, I was murdered.
Mom, help!
Oh,
Bobby, no!
Oh, that was sad. Oh, there's Casey. Oh, this dish is Casey. It's a Casey dish.
I don't like that, Mike. I don't like that.
Translated as horse fat or sausage made from the belly and ribs of horse meat. Eating horses is just what they do. Is a big old animal with a lot of meat on it.
Well, until your culture figures out how to domesticate them and ride them.
We have horses all over the place in Florida. All over. People are riding horses all over the place. So, can we just eat one?
I don't know. I listened to the debate last week or the other week, and apparently all the Haitians are eating the pets. Probably the horses are getting eaten too.
Well, that's not part of America. Why does that even matter?
No, the migrants coming in, they're eating everyone's pets, Mike.
Oh! Well, we need to put a stop to that, Jeremy.
I think we should make another Discord just for the pets.
Jeremy, the Haitians are eating our pets?
I guess.
Oh my gosh!
That's what they said on TV.
It must be true. Hide your cats, hide your dogs, hide your wife, hide your sister.
Hide your horses.
Hide your horses. I would love to eat a horse. I would not go
Okay.
to, how they have the auctions for animals?
Uh-huh.
And everyone's going to buy a horse so that way they can, ride it and have fun and turn it into a fun pet. And I'd be like, I want that one. He looks good eating. That's a chunky little boy. I'm going to eat that horse.
Give me that horse. You give me that horse.
$500 for the tasty horse. Do you think they'd sell it to me, Jeremy?
I think, yeah.
If I bid the highest and I was like, I'm going to take this horse, in 20 minutes, I'm turning it into steaks. Do you think that they'd be like, okay?
Like, well, we're not really here to judge, just sell a horse. So I guess if they would let you buy the horse to race it, then you'd be able to buy it to eat it, right?
Most Karens, Jeremy, are horse people.
Are they?
Yeah, traditionally.
You say they go hand in hand?
Yes, they are. They definitely go hand in hand.
So
Women who look after horses are very Karen-like. This is
Karens.
I heard, Jeremy. I heard this
equestrian-
on the debate too.
Oh, was it on? I must have missed. I was in
Yes.
the bathroom at that.
I heard this on the debate as well.
Who brought that one up? Kamala?
Bernie Sanders kind of walked in.
You stole
thought
the
that was-
nomination from me. I do a bad Bernie Sanders. I do just the stereotypical Jew. Like, huh.
It's me, Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, that's much better. The healthcare is a human right.
Beware of the horse Karens. Beware of the horse Karens.
They love being raped and they love horses.
Who sounds like that?
To Woody Allen.
Shut up, Woody Allen.
You
Why
sound,
you keep following me everywhere?
you sound like if Robin Williams was from New York.
Was he from New York?
I don't know.
What if he was?
He wasn't even that funny anyways.
I love War. He was a treasure. All right, Jeremy. Casey, you can't really find authentically cooked Casey in the supermarket, only at the bazaar.
Weird.
Jeremy, hit the button. Oh, you passed it. There you go. Good one, Jeremy.
Fucking full of them.
What is a bazaar?
It's a marketplace, Mike.
Right, but like, what is okay? So is it just a marketplace in that part of the world? It's a type of marketplace.
Is it like I imagine it's like a sandy marketplace. It's kind of hot outside.
A market in the Middle East or Asian country. Okay, so it's just
Sandy.
it could be.
Lots of fermented.
It's
milk.
just a translated word for market in that part of the planet.
Ah,
So good to know. Like, it doesn't say specifically selling in dead chickens.
it's an outdoor flea market.
It's just a market. You know, we call them flea. Why do we call them flea markets? Because everyone gets fleas when they go there.
Yes, I'm sure that's. So you own a hotel that had bed bugs? You're the bed bug inn?
So flea markets probably dabble in selling ancient food.
Hot dogs?
One of the most ancient. How old is the hot dog? Is a hot dog? All right, Jeremy. What? All right. So in order to classify if a hot dog is an ancient food, how far back do we have to go for ancient? When does ancient stop and modern begin?
Like 1600.
The ancient time
Any time before
of the
1600.
1650s. It's ancient history. They had magazines. The ancient year of 1867, the hot dog came about. Yes. An entrepreneurial baker from Brooklyn. Back in ancient Brooklyn, a baker, an entrepreneurial baker named Charles Feltman began selling hot dogs from a converted pie cart in Coney Island.
The hot dog started in Coney Island.
Well,
Ancient Coney
where
Island.
now today, Jeremy, we have a reconstruction of what ancient Coney Island used to look like. It's built on the dead grounds of the original Coney Island.
They put a new Ferris wheel where the ancient Ferris wheel used to be.
That's right. There's an ancient photograph of Charles Feltman in his hot dog cart.
It's an ancient photo.
And in the background, you can see Dwayne The Rock Johnson's great-great-grandparents. Oh, God. So that would be, great 1860s? Yeah.
Sure.
Our grandmother was born in, 1940?
54.
54? I thought she was alive during World War II, like as a baby. Well, she's 80?
Yeah, she was.
I think she was born in the 40s. I think she was born in 45.
Yeah, maybe I was dyslexic. Yeah, she was born in 44.
Oh, yeah.
The end of World War II.
Yeah, but there. It was happening.
Wow, wait. But I thought she was banging the World War II vets.
Oh my God, Jeremy, I just had a horrible realization. What year did Abraham Lincoln die in 65?
Yeah, 1965.
Did he?
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln died 2 years before the hot dog was invented. What a shame. Man lived his whole life, didn't eat a hot dog. Oh, Jeremy.
He didn't know what he was missing.
Oh, God. You just had to go see that play.
Well, if he wasn't such a fucking racist Republican, maybe he wouldn't have gotten shot by an actor.
Oh, Jeremy. Hot takes from Jeremy today.
Maybe a fucking liberal actor wouldn't have tried to successfully assassinate a Republican president.
All right, Jeremy.
Yep.
When do you think food started to taste good? I mean, I'm sure there was a time.
I think always.
I don't think food ever always tasted good. I think it was a discovery. Like, instead of eating this for sustenance, we can make it taste good, right? So that had to come about sometime.
You're talking about like when did they start eating in abundance?
No, not in abundance. Eating for like, and then enjoying it. Like, this tasted really good. Oh, what a special treat.
Always.
No.
So if you went back, right, people probably smelled pretty bad, right?
To them, they probably just smelled normal.
Right. So their disgusting food that we think is disgusting probably isn't so disgusting to them.
But they were just eating to stay alive, to keep moving and fucking.
Well, I mean, they made stuff like pemmican.
Pelicans?
Pemmican.
Pemmican.
It's like a mixture of like some like meat in like animal fat, and they put like some nuts and berries in it, and they let it dry, and then it's like really dense. Then every once in a while you break off a piece and you eat it. It's got everything you need in it: sugar, carbs, all that stuff.
Oh.
But they put the berries in for sweetness. Like, they spice their stuff.
I don't know. Britain has all those spices, and they refuse to use them.
Yeah, no, they don't like seasonings over there, even though they were in charge of the spice trade. Yeah, I think the ancient people, I think they liked their food. It would make us throw up, but I bet they like it.
And then you got to think about it. They had to find out if any of these things were edible. You know, who the first person that's gonna crack open the ball that this weird bird pooped out and like crack it open and it's all this goo and you're like, I'm gonna slurp up this goo. I saw another bird do it.
I see, now we're getting to the beginning of civilization. Like, who's the first person? Like, I'd imagine if you believe that humans come from animals, right? Then we would have just adopted whatever the previous version of us ate and then adapted to what was in our area that we could eat, like birds in the Galapagos.
Yes.
But if we came here, then I imagine that we just observed the animals and what they ate.
You would hope so.
Because, like, other animals eat eggs. They eat each other's eggs.
Yeah. Or they eat each other.
So if you evolved from an animal that was on this planet, then I'm sure it's just part of your instinctual diet.
I went fishing and I caught this spiky fish. Don't eat this one.
Don't eat
this one. Okay.
See, I think those are the accidents, right? I think they go, oh, okay, we can eat fish. So they just start eating fish, and then they eat the wrong fish.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh, shit, don't eat that one.
Gary died.
I think it's more like that, trial and error. Instead of like, hey, go eat that thing and see if we can eat it. I think they just had an idea of like, oh, we eat. Imagine if you had people who only were eating like venison, which you can eat raw.
Mm-hmm.
So they're eating raw venison. Then they stumble across a pig for the first time and eat the raw pig, get the worms, and die.
Yeah.
So now that civilization goes, God says we can't eat that pig.
Right.
To save your people, you tell him, whoa, that's not holy. Don't eat that.
Gary died. I don't know if he died from breaking his leg 2 weeks ago, or I don't know, he ate that pig and then worms came out of his eyes.
He did get a splinter 2 weeks prior to eating the pig. Here, Steve, get a splinter. Jerry, you eat the pig.
All right, Jeremy. Ranker's list of foods that are surprisingly ancient, that you wouldn't expect to be ancient.
I highly doubt I'm going to be surprised.
All right, Jeremy.
Ice cream. Ancient ice cream.
Right. Oh, Jeremy, I mean, people had access to ice and milk
And salt.
and all of those things,
Yeah.
but they didn't have the plastic bag to shake it in, though.
Fermented camel milk ice cream.
Pancakes, Jeremy.
Yeah, I get that.
5,200 years old. Pancakes.
I mean, probably super gross dry pancakes.
Jeremy, that means that Jesus was hanging out at that Last Supper with a whole stack of flapjacks.
He just leans over. He leans over. He goes, guys, one day they're gonna have syrup for these, dude. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. Trust
What makes
me.
you think they didn't already have syrup?
All the maple trees in Israel.
Nah, maybe. Hey everybody, Future Michael here. Just want to tell you about our band of the week. It's Greenleaf 56, and their song, My Other Song, is a 10-minute opus. That's the name of the song. That will play at the end of the episode, so make sure you stay tuned to listen to them. Great British punk, knock rock your socks off. Good stuff, guys. And we're brought to you by Dungeon Studios, makers of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons modules, as well as podcasts like The Game, Nerd News, and Fables from the Forgotten, which is an audio drama and just finished up season 1, so you can go back and binge all 10 episodes for 11, something like that, for season 1, and get all caught up before season 2 drops at the beginning of 2025. So, we're working diligently on getting that done. It was a blast to make. We had a lot of fun. And please, it would behoove you if you are into things like fun stories. So what's going on with you, huh? How was your day? Are you having a good day? It's a Monday. Maybe. Could be a Monday. Could be another day of the week. I don't make you listen to our episodes the moment that they drop. Although, I'm sure there'll be a time when you've gone through all of our other episodes and you will be listening to this on a Monday. So, until then, have a good time. I love you. Bye. All right, Jeremy. Number 2, cheesecake. A lot of cakes.
Breads, cakes, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be Oreos.
Remember when you made that nasty-ass ancient bread?
Yeah. We made hamburgers with it during the procrastinating episode. I used very expired baking ingredients, and then we used an ancient bread recipe that was recently discovered, and then we used it to make hamburgers.
They were disgusting. You were just so hungry.
Jeremy, cake. No, actually, naan may be on this list. I haven't gotten that far. But tamales.
Really?
7,000 years old.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Tamales.
Oh, how do they know that?
Tamales have been a tasty dish
What,
for
they
a very,
found a
very long time.
fossilized tamale?
Over 7,000 years old.
How do they know that?
I'm telling you right now.
Whose book is it in?
Jeremy, there's obviously a drawing of a guy eating a tamale.
It's just it all looks like burritos.
No, these are wrapped in the special husks. Tamales are wrapped in husks.
Yeah, I know. They're steam cooked in the corn husk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there you go, Jeremy.
Yeah, what do you mean? There you go.
You believed pancakes? You believed pancakes were 5,000 years old?
Yeah, they're in the Bible.
Where they find fossilized fucking pancakes?
They're in the Bible. In the Talmud. They're in the Talmud.
Tamales, not so much. Okay, so not unsurprising, noodles. That was on your list.
I have to get to the bottom of this.
Fossilized tamales. This is also very unsurprising because all it takes is one accident and then you'll get popcorn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Jeremy, the fields are ablaze and it smells amazing.
Actually, I think, it's a specific seed. It's not all corn seeds.
But Jeremy, I'm pretty sure it was, so imagine this, the cornfield's on fire and all this popcorn is raining from the sky, obviously. Do you think that was the first time someone watched a travesty take place while eating popcorn?
Yeah.
Was it the time that popcorn was being invented or discovered?
The time of the Colosseum.
4,000 years old popcorn.
Popcorn, get your popcorn.
All right, Jeremy, let's do it over and under or whatever. How old do you think the pot pie is?
Oh, 2.
2,000 years old. You think it was this millennia
Yeah.
that the pot pie was invented?
Fuck yeah, it was.
Try almost double, Jeremy. 3,700-year-old pot pie.
Mike, they're saying the earliest evidence of these fucking tamales are drawings made by the Olmecs and the Toltecs. That's bullshit.
I told you it was going to be a drawing, Jeremy.
Have you seen their drawings?
Eating some tamales.
Have you seen those people's
Wait,
drawings?
is it a weird stick drawing like you did with the Psych guys? And then someone pointed at what they were eating and wrote the word tamales next to what they were eating? Oh, Jeremy, and then we already know that bread is 14,000 years old.
Everybody knows that.
All right, Jeremy, here's about how old is butter?
Oh, it's the oldest.
How old?
That's the first food we had.
Incorrect.
I'm sick of you fact checking me.
5,000 years, butter, Jeremy. Butter's only been enjoyed by
Mike.
humans for so many years of having bread with no butter, Jeremy. That's almost 10,000 years of bread with no butter.
Ew.
That sucks.
What disgusting people.
Okay, so this one's confusing, Jeremy. Enlighten me as what they mean.
Okay.
Honey. Wouldn't honey exist as long as bees exist? Like,
yeah, you know, that's
As-
a good
as long as the bees have existed, there was honey. If there's a bee, there's honey. So, according to this, we've only had bees for 5,500 years.
Mike.
How was all the wheat pollinated
How old is honey?
to make the bread?
How old is honey?
Okay, so it says 5,500 years honey. They're basing it on the first time somebody tried it as food.
Okay.
Like the first time somebody was like, "I'm going to eat this," was approximately 5,500 years ago.
When the Bible says that the world started.
Yeah, and so God gave you light and honey.
Bee shit.
Vomit, Jeremy,
Hey,
please. It's vomit.
Mike, I posted the picture, the ancient Olmec picture of the proof that tamales are 7,000 years old. I
Yes.
even have an arrow in there for you to see what they're referring to as the tamale.
Oh, it's an arrangement of tamales.
That must be the only thing that could possibly be is tamales.
Jeremy, are you sure that those are the tamales?
Yes.
Did you put that arrow there?
No, the arrow.
Oh.
I put ancient tamales, Olmec.
Jeremy, it's right there. I don't know. It's clear as day, tamales.
Is anything in this picture clear as day?
Jeremy, she is holding a bouquet of tamales, okay? it's done. It's
What is
over.
it? And they're doing a human sacrifice over here.
Well, yeah, what else are you going to do while you're eating tamales? Right?
What are we gonna put in the tamales?
Curry, Jeremy. 4,500 years old.
This also makes it look like they had boats and traveled across the water, but they did not.
Olive oil is surprisingly old. Not as old as bread, which still sucks. All the things that you would put on bread were discovered 10,000 years after bread was invented. Olive oil, 6,000. So olive oil's 8,000. Cheese, another surprising number, 3,200 years ago.
Telling me we had olive oil before honey?
Yes.
Some people decided to squish some fucking olives and pour the juices all over everything before they ate honey.
And I'm still pretty sure that olive oil is still a process. Like, there's a process to get olive oil.
Isn't it like squishing cranberries?
Is that cranberry oil, Jeremy?
Yeah.
So when you have those ladies that get in with their bare feet and squish all the food that they later send to consumers in grocery stores, a foot jam.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually raspberry oil.
It's cran oil.
Cran oil. Yes. Same concept. All right, Jeremy. I think that covers it for ancient foods. I think we covered the gamut, right? I think we got a majority of it.
That show sucks.
I mean, we did way more than 3.5 minutes.
That
So-
bacon show sucks.
Jeremy, it doesn't suck.
I see why they only did one episode.
So I have a theory. I believe you share the same theory with me that this podcast obviously started off as some sort of school assignment. But the problem, Jeremy, is once it enters into podcast territory, that's our domain.
It's fair game.
It's fair game.
Have you ever recorded anything? We're coming for you.
Well, no. Have you ever recorded anything and said it was a podcast? I mean, think about John Breaks Bad News. He's got a live stream, but he posted it as a podcast, so he
Actually,
became ours.
Here, hold this.
Okay.
I've got my John Breaks Bad News hat.
You bought a hat from him? Oh, just your cowboy hat.
It's the hat he wears.
Yeah, Jeremy, you look like an actual cowboy.
I know. Howdy, folks.
From the ancient time of 1860.
Yeah, we had syrup on our pancakes back then. God damn, I lived long enough to see a hot dog.
No butter for our bread.
I do kind of look like a cowboy. I see myself on Discord.
Yeah, you're like a Red Dead Redemption guy.
I kind of look like chubby Carl
From The Walking Dead?
from The Walking Dead.
Carl!
Hold on, let me do this.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That was great. Well, very
Yeah,
successful.
this will prove that we're in the same studio.
My camera's not on.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking
is?
at you right now.
You can see me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, buddy.
I didn't know that I was visible.
The entire time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Unacceptable.
You look like Haley Joel Osment now.
I do look like Haley Joel
You
Osment
look
now.
like Haley Joel Osment right now.
You see dead people. All right, Jeremy.
Dope. So, fuck ancient food. Fuck bacon. Blah. Bacon's okay.
Bacon's pretty darn good. As long as it's American. Fuck
Some
Canadian
people like-
bacon.
Turkey bacon is okay if it's like super crispy. Bacon sucks.
You heard it here, folks. Jeremy hates bacon and
I just
America.
decided that bacon blows.
Jeremy hates bacon and he hates America.
Love America. I don't hate bacon, but I do hate pigs. Rosie O'Donnell's a pig.
And the worms. They're nasty worms they get.
Generally, she's mostly a nice person, but the worms inside of her makes her a nasty pig.
I think I'm calling it. We're done. We're done with this episode.
It's the shortest episode we've ever done.
That's not true. We still got 15 minutes. Let's shoot the shit. Well, how was your week?
I saw Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
I liked it for the nostalgia
Okay.
sake. I don't know if it's necessarily a good movie, like on its own.
Yeah.
If they just came out with this, called it Beetlejuice, and there was no Beetlejuice before it, I'd probably be like, oh, this is weird.
That's me, Beetlejuice. I was just Batman a little while ago, and I'm reprising all my roles. It's me, Michael Keaton.
There was they definitely did the callbacks and like
Nostalgia.
they didn't use, let's put it this, they didn't use CGI in place of what they did in the past.
Did they use one single fuck like they did in the PG version?
I honestly don't remember hearing it.
The original Beetlejuice was rated PG, and they say fucking it.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't a bad word. We weren't as sensitive as
Was it
people
1985? Was
Yeah.
the original Beetlejuice?
then. It was Marty McFly.
It was a wonderful time.
Yeah, well, Lydia Dietz was being harassed and possibly human trafficked to the underworld by Beetlejuice. Marty McFly was going back in time to save his parents' relationship.
There was also an attempted rape on behalf of Beetlejuice in that movie.
My
Very PG.
my sister-in-law, she wanted to bring her kids to the theater, and she's got a little young girl, and she was like, "Do you think that Beetlejuice would be okay for her to watch?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. I mean, except for the fact that Beetlejuice wants to have sex with kids in the first one. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's going to translate. He doesn't try to fuck any kids in the second one, though, so we're good."
No, instead he well, I don't want to give too much away.
We've already been asked on the Discord to not do spoilers. We've had people leave. I'm not spoiling anything.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of our Discord, right now we are actually in one of our hangout chat rooms on Discord while we're recording. So if you want to come check out our Discord, it's Discord. I think it's discord.gg/MJSYVERSE. If it's not, it should be. So, join our Discord. Come hang out. You know, we post a lot of fun stuff. We have a whole channel on our Discord dedicated to From the Toilet, in which case one of our members has been posting all the toilets that they have seen in Ireland, and it's been very funny. A lot of potty humor in that channel. We have Is It Emo channel.
I took a picture. I uploaded it from the toilet where I was standing on the toilet, and I showed my wife. I thought it was a very funny picture. I showed it, and she just went, penis. She pointed to the bulge.
The giant bulge.
She pointed. I was like, no, it's because I'm standing on a toilet.
Well, it was all perspective, obviously.
Drinking
but
a beer.
In the frame, it was just a round bulge. Because it was the closest thing to the camera.
I mean, I'm doing all right, but it wasn't about that.
Right.
I think someone posted a picture of a mid-flush.
Yeah, there was a mid-flush in Ireland. Yeah. So a lot of reasons to join the Discord. We like talking with everybody. Anyway, we are MJSYVERSE, MJSYPOD on all the things. We're on Instagram. We are on Facebook, X, YouTube. If you're listening to us on a platform, send us the stars. Send us 5 stars, likes, thumbs ups. It helps us out. More importantly, it makes us feel good. It makes us feel nice.
I like comments. The comments make me feel good.
Jeremy likes talking with people.
I like to respond to comments.
So send us some love. We'd appreciate it. And if you have a podcast you want us to steal, you can email us at UHJYEAH at MJSYPod.com. You can also go to our website, MJSYPod.com. And there's instructions there on how to access our email. If you have a band and you have music and you want us to play that and promote your band, there's ways to do that on the website. We have a Patreon page with additional content. It's patreon.com/MJSYPod, a place that CJ hasn't subscribed to yet.
You're just specifically calling out
one CJ. Person. And what else? There's our second channel, Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast Supreme on Spotify, which if you connect your Patreon account, you can access all of our extra content through that channel. And you don't even have to go to Patreon anymore. You just link it and listen to on Spotify. Hey, Jeremy, we just hit number 124 funniest podcast in Ukraine.
In the Ukraine?
In the Ukraine.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're known for their humor.
They don't have a lot going on in the terms of entertainment, I'm sure. So we're there to save the day with our wit and humor. So what else, Jeremy?
We have a phone number.
We do have a phone number. It's 903-287-0660. And you can call it and leave a voicemail or a text message, and we'll play it on the show. What are you looking at?
I was posting pictures to the Discord.
Again, come check out our Discord. Just come say hi. All right. This actually is turning into what I call a 2-part series almost.
Really?
So we've taken this teenagers podcast, and there's another teenagers podcast we'll be taking next week.
Why have we decided to go after children all of a sudden?
We're going after children. We are being predatory against children for this episode and the next one. So make sure you tune in, follow us, the likes and stars, and we'd appreciate it. All right, Jeremy, I love you.
I love you too, buddy. Peace.
Bye.
My great strength is my denial. I practice and practice and practice and still no shit. I withdraw on my peace of mind. In moments of clarity, yes, I
beautiful night.
Oh, yeah. Little woozy.
How's your hands?
They're...
Let me see.
All right, here.
Oh my God.
They're like balloons.
Jeremy, you only have 8 fingers now.
The little boy was hungry.
This isn't going to be a problem for the podcast, right? You'll be fine? You'll be okay, right?
Yeah, I just misspelled some words.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I guess maybe we'll walk to the hospital, or do you just want to put some ice on it?
Mike, can you light this cigarette for me?
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Well, successful heist.
I don't like stealing from children.
Well, like I said, probably not a child anymore. Right?
I don't know if that stands up.
Probably not a child anymore.
Like, yeah, I'm sure I've got pictures of her when she was 12, but she's 20 now.
Well, when you say it like that, it's weird and gross. I'll steal from children. Children are the dumbest, Jeremy.
Well, according to Kamala Harris.
Easiest to steal from. Do you want some ice cream?
I would love some ice cream.
No, okay. Let's go get some ice cream. You want to go get some Dragon Cum ice cream?
Some Dragon Cum ice cream.
All right, Jeremy. We'll get you some Dragon Cum ice cream.
Put on my hands.
One of the oldest ice creams.
It's made with blood.
And cum from dragons. Ew. Stop making gross sounds. You put the microphone inside of you. Stop it. Oh, God. Oh. It's so gross. All right, well, I think that's it.